you haven't sat still long enough to see who you really are because you've been chasing your wants and your desires. Personality is greater than policy. The policy was there because mankind had lost his personality.
Yep.
Law is there because man forgot their life. What God meant for a fix, we use it as a foundation. Most people are trying to fix alcoholics towards alcohol or drug addicts towards drugs, but that's the wrong focus. You're dealing with the fruits and never the roots. You got to realize that the alcohol was never your problem, but it's like a desire, it's like a want, it's something inside of you, you know what I'm saying, that's affecting your soul realm and the way you think and the way you function.
Right.
That particular thing was never the problem. I prove it to you. Jesus would he's always doing this. He's never trying to manifest something without the individual.
Right.
He's never trying to make something happen without the individual. He's making the individual happen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RedIn30, where we make you RedIn30 literally. We got 30 minutes to do this. Hey, this joint called Real One. Yo.
Fake ones be the worst
Turn it up,
ones.
turn it up, turn it up.
Them take ones be the hurt ones, yeah. Call me the king cause I done seen enough. I done heard a lot of talking but don't mean enough.
It don't mean nothing.
Them bait ones be the thirst ones.
Thirsty girls.
Them hate ones be the lurk ones, yeah. Hate ones be the lurk ones, yeah. Hate ones be the lurk ones, yeah.
Talking like but they don't care a lot.
Care Bears.
If the block ever get hot, what they staring at? If I ever say the plot, will they blurt it out? And if my figures fill the pot, will they stir or not? Will they turn or not? Cause when I get it, I got it, I take it to the top. And if they with it, they follow and they don't never stop. I plan on flying and gliding until the sky drops.
They're automatic like a Top Gun. Got me feeling like you need it when I want some. Please believe me, I don't panic cause I got one.
This is a true story, guys, true story.
They're loving automatic like a Top Gun. Got me feeling like an addict when I want some. Please believe me, I don't panic cause I got one. Got one.
Pursue.
Them great ones be the work ones. Them dead ones be the first ones, yeah, they be the first ones, yeah.
Where the song go, boy?
Yeah, they be the first ones.
Shout out to
Them
Carter.
great ones be rehearsed ones. Them sad ones be the first
drop
ones.
this.
Oh, we dropping it like ASAP.
Walk it out cause they ain't pray a lot. Guaranteed to hold it down whether I'm there or not. Yeah, whether I'm there or not. Got the money piled up and keep the safe locked. All up in the safe spot. And if them boys feeling thievish, got that Glock. That's my ride or die, but I'd rather ride alive. All that matters is what's in the plan. We got it itemized.
They're loving automatic like a Top Gun. Got me feeling like an addict when I want some. Please believe me, I don't panic cause I got one. Got one.
Real.
They're loving automatic like a Top Gun. Got me feeling like an addict when I want some. Please believe me, I don't panic cause I got one. Got one.
It pays to be real. It pays to be real.
Real ones be the still
ones.
But they can move around enough to make the deal ones.
Make the deal, get the deal done.
Yeah, make enough to pay the bill ones. And if somebody ill, they lay their hands to heal one. Have you thinking about a little one? But no pressure cause they patient, yeah, chill one.
A little one.
Yeah, want in a house up on the hill one. But boss enough to bring the paper, help you build one.
They're loving automatic like a Top Gun. Got me feeling like an addict when I want some. Please believe me, I don't panic cause I got one. Got one. Real one. They're loving automatic like a Top Gun. Got me feeling like an addict when I want some. Please believe me, I don't panic cause I got one. Got one. Real one.
Yeah, help you build one. Boss enough to bring the paper, help you build one. Real one. Make the deal one. Move around enough to make the deal one. Real one.
Yeah,
help you build one. Boss enough to bring the paper, help you build one. Real one. Make the deal one. Move around enough to make the deal one. Real one.
Yo, this is RedIn30. RedIn30 is a 30-day reading of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. We believe in the entire Bible. We believe the Bible is a story about who you and I are. But the red words tell us who we really are in the story. When I talk about the red words, I'm talking about the words of Jesus the Christ. All we're talking about is Jesus, truth, and you all using
Red words.
red words. And so we're in this thing. Hey, bro, that song, bro.
Oh yeah.
But we did that song like 2000 what? And we never really put it out like that.
Nah.
Hey, we gotta
sitting.
we gotta put that out, man. I kind of spoke things into existence.
Right,
People always
right,
talking
right.
about speaking things
Come
into
on, man.
existence. But see, here's the thing about speaking things to existence. Okay. And this ain't even what this pod is about. But here's the thing about speaking things to existence, right? Like we know that. We know. Oh, okay, hold on. Shout out, EJ. You here?
Yeah,
I'm
here.
DM. Nakia, you here? So I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about her like she ain't sitting right here. Now,
Oh, you was about to talk about me?
I am about to talk about
I'm
you.
here, though.
EJ,
Hi.
EJ, we both know Nakia a real one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Been a real one, like she
Thorough.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. Now I can think more highly of myself than I ought to think.
Right.
I need to be sober because I can think that I wrote this song, and I spoke the real
know
one
where
into
you're going with
existence. You know what I'm saying? And I manifested it. But truth of the matter is God made her,
Right.
and she decided to align to what God made
Yeah.
her to be, right? So that in turn turns into
Yeah.
right. It ain't because I said it.
Right.
Nah, because I was saying it. I recognize it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
my
yeah.
affirmations are more for recognition. Maybe my affirmations are more for me to recognize what already is.
Right.
Because I could have picked the fake one.
Yep. This is true.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's something there, but that's another pod.
Yeah.
The real one, right? So, and this pod is not about real one, but it's funny that the song was real when I didn't even put it together because it pays to be real, right?
Yep.
And there is an artificial version of all of us. There's an automated version of all of us. The automated is like it's just going clicks off of whatever put out there.
Right.
It's reacting to. It's automated. It's not, when something automated, you just go to Disney World and you see the little animals, and it's a small world and all that
Yeah.
stuff. They're automated. The animatronics, right? It's automated, right? Majority of people are automated as well. They think they're so real, but they're automated. Or it's artificial intelligence.
We call that NPCs.
NPCs, right. And then you have the actual the real deal, right? There's a real most of the reality of who we are is used for automated purposes. Make sense?
Yep.
They're taking the real godness in us, the real gift of God, the essence of God in us, which is the reality, but making us do it for automated things or artificial intelligent things.
Yep.
So it pays to be real. So I was sitting there, bro, and Jesus makes it very, very clear of who we are and how we are. And I love the way he does it and the why he does it. Most people always talk about the way, but they don't talk about the why. Right? I love the why that he is. That's a good statement, right?
Yeah.
No, he was like the way that he is. Jesus said, I'm the way, but he's also the why. Watch me. And he shows you the why because Jesus would always, he's always doing this. He's never trying to manifest something without the individual. If you go look at it, look at it and go read it.
Right.
He's never trying to make something happen without the individual. He's making the individual happen.
Yeah.
Right? We talk about the man by the pool, but he a star on this show. I mean, that boy get reps on
Shouts
here,
out to
right?
that boy.
But he tells him, take up your bed and walk.
Yeah,
In other words,
yeah.
I'm making you, I'm pulling the reality out of you. I'm not trying to just manifest a healing, which I think is the problem with a lot of us in life in general, is we're trying to produce an inanimate object without the character, right?
Yep.
And we end up chasing these things and creating these things that aren't real or aren't functional, right? And then we're missing out on the reality of God in us. Jesus, be it until you call into your faith. Thy faith that made thee whole. It was never something that he got out of the air. It was always connected to an individual actually manifesting something. He made it personal.
Right.
You get it? He made it personal because he realized, and see the difference. He realized that in order for change to really happen, here's what I'm saying. We got a lot of stuff going on in the world.
Right.
A lot of things, and we do a lot of stuff to try to fix it. But in order for change to really happen, and I believe this is what we're called to do here on earth, in order for change to really happen, the character of man the personality of man, the identity of mankind has to change.
Yep.
If the identity doesn't change, I can change what you're doing or put constrictions on what you're doing, but if your identity hasn't changed, it doesn't matter. It's almost like, when people go to jail is for two reasons, and it is very so many, but jail is really to put somebody in. It's punishment, but it's also a personality curve. If somebody's getting out, if you go to jail if you go to jail 5 years, it's supposed to penalize you and make you think about what you did and rehabilitate you. We know what jail systems are for now. Like, okay, y'all, we know they're using it for slave labor, but the idea is supposed to be for rehabilitation. Let's go. Let's not even go to jail. Let's go to rehab.
Yeah.
The idea is for you to realize that something's off, to go in, and whatever they're doing on the inside should change your personal function to where when you're back out in quote unquote regular society, which I don't know what that is, because all of it is, everybody's addicted out here. They just not addicted on those things.
Yeah.
Right.
If we go back into regular society, you should be rehabilitated.
Right.
It's like a habitat. Like it's habitual. Like it's a habit.
Yep.
It's your where you live at, or your habits, or where you live, and where you live are your habits. It should be so much. You should be rehomed.
Yeah.
Back to your original.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be fixed. You shouldn't be fixed according to the inebriation. You see the trick? So most people are trying to fix alcoholics towards alcohol, or drug addicts towards drugs, but that's the wrong focus.
The character.
The character. See, I got to rehome you. I got to realize that you got to realize that the alcohol was never your problem.
Yeah. Yep.
Your problem may be something. See, we always, but it's good, bro. You're dealing with the fruits and never the roots. You get it?
Yep.
So the alcohol was never the problem. The drug, they was never the problem.
Yeah.
The problem was I won't use the word lust because it's so lust, but it's like a desire. It's like a want. It's something inside of you. You know what I'm saying? That's affecting your soul realm and the way you're thinking, the way you're functioning.
Right.
You get me? But it was that particular thing was never the problem. I prove it to you, and it's still the stupidest thing in the world. But if you're talking about drunk driving, so many people die for drunk driving a year, but y'all still selling alcohol. If y'all really cared,
Right.
I'm about to show you something about policy in a minute, about law. If you really cared about how many deaths there were from drunk driving, you would no longer sell alcohol.
Right.
That's what prohibition was.
And then
way back.
Then you come to Louisiana and you got drive-through
Drive-through
alcohol.
daiquiri shops, right.
Crazy
Which
stuff.
is crazy, right? Right? You never think about it like, this is a
It don't make
drive-through
no
alcohol stop.
Y'all real responsible.
Y'all real responsible out here. But that was prohibition. Like they were fighting tobacco and cigarette smoke in years back. They're fighting weed. They're losing the fight to marijuana right now, right? And everybody got their feelings, but the problem is the inebriation.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. But that was never the issue. I had homeboys one time talking about, and I was like, why y'all smoke so much? Why y'all smoke so much? Like, it's not that you smoke, but you smoke so much. And it was like, man, I don't know, man, calm me down. Well, why are you so worked up?
Right.
The question, the question should not be, we've been taught to live life based on results.
Yep.
And not on the salt.
Yep.
The SULT. Salt is not a word, but it's we were taught to live life based on the re and not the initial.
Yep.
And so now we're trying to calm down, but what is it in your life that got you so worked up? And this becomes the foundation. You need to deal with that.
Right.
Because if it wasn't marijuana, it would be something else. Some people are using sex for it.
Right.
Some people are using alcohol for it. Some people, and it's all the addiction.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't gone back to the root. All right. Rehabilitating. You're supposed to come out, and the personality is supposed to be changed.
Right.
Personality is supposed to be better. Right. Oh, shout out! I forgot. Shout out to Shanice. Shanice is in the building too.
Hey, Shanice.
You're gonna hear her in the background. She talking. I love it that she in here. She's probably trying to talk. She probably has better ideas than all of us.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I'll let that go, right? But shout out to Shanice. She's here too. This is her first RedIn30. First RedIn30. Woo.
Clap.
So, but that's the idea. So Jesus understands that what has been going on for history has been, we've been trying to policy people into being the person that they should be.
Right.
I have no no issues with policy. Especially, I think I talked about it last time. I thank God they got policy right now. Because so many crazy people out here that there was no policy, we'd be in trouble. But policy can never bend. I just read this in my notes. And I didn't know what I was talking about. My notes said what Jesus meant as a fox. We started using as a foundation, and I was like, you be typing autocorrect. I was like, what a fox? I'm trying to think foxes have holes. You know, scripture saying that small foxes spoil the vine. Like I started thinking, I'm like, what am I talking about? Then I realized, and the statement was really this: what God meant for a fix, we use it as a foundation.
Yep.
Catch me. What the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh. You get me? Now you gotta see Jesus. You see how he's doing things. Jesus said, I didn't come to do away with the law, all the prophets, but I came to fulfill.
Right.
Watch what he's saying. The policy was there because mankind had lost his personality.
Yep.
You understand the statement?
Yep.
Policy, law is there because man forgot their life. Make sense?
Yep.
That girl said she could get on this mic, and I don't even care. The man lost his life.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So here we go now. Personality is greater than policy.
Come on, man.
You get me?
Come on.
Personality. So I'm watching TV today, and it's so funny, man. I watch TV, and this commercial comes on, and it's like, children violence in school is an epidemic. It's a problem now. Violence in school, the parents get together to discuss how to handle it and what things they put in place, and then all these different, and what things need to be put in place.
Stop the violence.
Yeah, stop the violence. But the problem is not the violence. The problem is the violator. The problem is the person.
Right.
Violence is a response of the violator.
Right.
So now they're gonna put more restrictions, more. I heard them in the commercial talking about more restrictions, more this, more that. But that's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is you need to go back to the root of this home. Go back to the root of the parents. Go back to the root. Is your parent violent? Is there violence at the house? Right? There's so many root things. And so Jesus, here he goes. Jesus begins to deal. He's consistently dealing with the root. Rich and Ruler come running. He popular on this show too. Rich and Ruler come running. Inherit life. Your problem is not inheritance, because you're already rich, so you understand inheritance.
Yeah.
So that's not your problem. The problem is that you don't know what life really is. Right. So what I need to do is I'm about to take you back from the bottom, take you from the root. So I need you to go. Sell what you have.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
Give it to the poor, then take it across and follow me, because there's some root. What you don't need to inherit eternal life because you got it already. Ooh.
Come on, man.
Eternal life is built in you already. But you can't see it because I tweeted this the other day that people are you haven't sat still long enough to see who you really are because you've been chasing your wants and your desires.
Exactly. Yeah. I had this same conversation. I replayed it in my mind, but it's like we chasing all this outside stuff.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We chasing all this outside stuff. And I know personally, looking on the outside, it's skewed. Like my whole perspective is skewed.
It ain't what it's cracked up to be.
It's not what it's cracked up to be. And then I'm like, all right, cool. So you got to go inside for this.
You got to go inside.
You got to go inside for this. You know what I'm saying?
So what is it that we really should be looking for?
Right.
Now, I know, seek ye first the kingdom of God. Now the trick is, EJ, and I'm jumping. There's maybe another part, but the trick is, people say, enjoy the journey. It's not the destination, it's a journey, right? And that's cool, but the idea is, the revelation is the search.
Yeah.
Watch how eternal this is. You ready for I'm about to give you an infinity eternal search that doesn't end. You ready for this? You seek and you find the revelation, and the revelation is about seeking.
Right.
And along the search, all these things are added. You see how that goes?
Yep.
And if you don't pay attention, you get caught up with the search and see the system, this world, right? The systems that we live in, they keep you on the go trying to get the want, because and they tell you if you get this, if you get married,
Yep.
Have some children.
Yep.
Get a house, pay your house off. Get a car, pay your car off. Have a 401k. All these different things. Then you've made it. Send your kids to college. You've made it.
Right.
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 Now that finish line is even changing because all the different love who you love and all this stuff. Now it's like if you can get this, but it's all about what your wants. Your
Right.
wants are the problem. You can't even see who
that's
you
it.
are.
Right.
You catch what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's the personality over the policy.
Yep.
The law can't do it. The law couldn't, and I'm not. It's not that law doesn't have its place. I might have said this before, and I'll say it again. When I was younger, my mother would snatch me up.
Mm-hmm.
She would snatch me up and run out in the middle of the street to get hit by a car.
Yeah.
There were certain things she would make me do hygiene wise.
Yep.
Right. When I was a child, did things. When I became a man, I put away childish things. What does that mean? That means that I've become grown up enough to understand why this is important to me.
Yep.
Sex before marriage. They say sex before marriage. I used to preach sex before marriage is not allowed. This is true. There is a
Right.
there is a moral standard that God has for this. But why?
Yep.
Right? Once I got married, I understood why. I understood some of the things that, like, I would never want her to have to deal with a child without me.
Right. Right.
Which is what happens when you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I would never want certain emotional things, emotional attachments that we've dealt with over the time, right?
Yeah.
I would never want that to happen. And if you can avoid that,
Right.
this is what that's for.
Right.
It is to develop your personality, to allow your personality to be developed fully. You get me? But if you don't understand that, so we leave what God meant for a fix, we made it the foundation.
Yep.
Catch me. God meant for the law, for regulations and everything, for religion, to be a fix for the fact that you forgot your foundation. But what we did, we made it the foundation.
Yep.
As a foundation.
Yep.
That was never meant to be the thing that's holding up the house.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You get it? It was never meant for that.
Right.
It was meant to fix things, but never be the foundation. So here we are with the law, right? And not verses. The law and life. Like I was talking about my mother, there were things that my mother and my father had to put in place, right, for me to know my place,
Right.
and know who I was as a person.
Yep.
You know, I never wanted to be, you don't want to be stanky Montreal. You know what I'm saying? Musty Montreal. You know what I'm saying? You never want to be that. I'm about to sit there for the fight. You don't be musty Montreal, but they'll do that in school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Montreal, you talking about musty Montreal?
Yep.
Yeah, because and that next thing you know, that'll be your identity.
Yep.
Because you out there always mustard because you didn't follow the instructions that were given to you younger when they told you wash your
Right.
donkey,
Right.
right? and make sure you take care of yourself. What you about to say? I saw it on the face.
It's like we didn't leave out the, so we got the commandments, right? Jesus came, we fulfilled it, right? But we didn't go to the gospels to hit, you know what I'm saying? We didn't go to the gospels, so we stuck on all commandments.
Well, let's keep it a buck.
And we based it off of that.
Let's keep it a buck. If not all the way, but if you here's the thing. What's our opening statement? We believe in the entire Bible.
Yes.
We believe the Bible is a story about who you are not, but we believe the red words tell us who we really
Oh, come on.
in the story. So the story is about me and you,
Yeah.
but the red words, watch what the statement, this is a dope statement. The Bible is a story about you and I. It's about a story about us. But the red words tell us who we really are in the story. So we being somebody.
Yeah.
But the red words tell us who we really are in the story. The story is about you. The Bible is a story about who? So inside, if it's about you, inside the story, the red words tell you who you are inside the story.
Yep.
Right.
You get it?
Yep.
Like in the
Unmute the mic. Inside the story.
I'm saying, yeah, like in the flesh.
In the flesh. The word was made.
Flesh, yep.
Right.
You get it?
And dwelt among us. You gotta add that.
And what?
Dwelt among us.
Dwelt, it means live. It means it
Yeah.
functioned. It means
Right,
it was out here living like us.
Yeah.
And that's important too,
Yeah.
because he wasn't oh my God. He wasn't off in the monastery.
Come
Right,
on,
come on.
exactly. Dwelt among us.
Right.
Off in the mountains like the monks. And this is often, I don't often, but sometimes I just consider other. I'll be looking at other religions, why they think the way they think and everything, and a lot of stuff crosses, right? But none of them have the cross.
Yeah, right.
And the power of the cross. See, the power of Jesus is not. It wasn't just his ability. It was the ability amongst disability.
Yep.
It's being able to function fully in a place that's not conducive for your function.
Yeah.
No. In an environment, our mentality is not conducive for your function, for your full function. And I tell people this all the time. I told a homeboy the other day that you have to surround yourself with. It's almost like, when you're trying to reach a certain health goal or you're trying to do a certain thing, then you have to surround yourself with that type of meal plan.
Right.
Or that type of environment in order to reach, when they're trying to drop weight for boxing, they just it's like all water. Don't put in those now, right? It's you have to surround yourself with that in order to attain what you're trying to get to.
Right.
If that's what you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
And if this is why I think RedIn30 and RedIn words are important.
Yep.
Because you have to surround yourself with the mentality of Jesus.
Yep.
Not the whitewashed Jesus, or not the cookie cutter Jesus, or not the Christians Jesus. God bless all that. But sometimes he's just a figurine that's died on the cross,
right?
And paid all his price for you to just go to heaven,
right.
And you don't even realize that he's saying, we be skipping stuff. We be skipping so many different things.
So much, man.
But
so much.
But it is he's amongst us and dwelt among us. That means even when we didn't believe, he was believing regardless of our agreement.
Right. Right.
You realize with a couple times he's like, "Do you believe I can do this?" But sometimes he's just like, "Just go ahead and do this." You see what I'm saying? When he asks, "Do you believe?" He's trying to cipher the God nature out of you.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. He hitting the switch.
He's hitting the switch, and he's trying to turn on your personality.
Yep.
Because I said this before in another pod, and I'll say it again. Thou shalt not kill was a regulation for people that were confused about what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
The truth of the matter is, you're not a killer.
Yep.
Therefore, thou shalt not kill. What's it in today's term? You're not gonna kill.
Right.
Okay. Now, EJ, I can say this about you.
Right.
You're not gonna kill. Nikki, I can say this about you. You're not gonna kill. I can say this about myself. You're not gonna kill. Why? Because I'm not a killer. But don't push me.
Right.
But don't push me. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. But what I'm saying is that's not your mode. So the first thing you go to is not gonna be
Kill.
Well, I'm gonna get this right. I'm just gonna kill him.
Right.
But they got some people that are.
Right.
They got some people that are, and some people that are not as far away from that. And you gotta nobody's above or whatever. You gotta be like, hey, and it's not who I am. Jesus said it. They just like, we're gonna call on fire. He said, y'all don't know who y'all from.
Right.
He said we didn't come to take life, we came to give it.
Exactly.
It's crazy, ain't it? It's the personality. And I can legalize in policy anything, right? But if the personality does not change, then we'll be back to square one all over again.
Yep.
Right. And it happens over again. This is RedIn30, guys. We'll be back next pod. A personality is greater than policy. We might jump back on this.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a good conversation. Real one. Is this going to be out by the time they hear it? I don't know. We out.
Them take ones be the hurt ones, yeah. Call me the king cause I done seen enough. I done heard a lot of talking but don't mean enough, Them bait ones be the thirst ones. Them hate ones be the lurk ones, yeah. Hate ones be the lurk ones, yeah. Hate ones be the lurk ones, yeah.
Talk a lot but they don't care a lot. Cause if the block ever get hot, would they stare or not? If I ever say the plot, will they blurt it out? And if my figures fill the pot, will they stir or not? Yeah. Will they turn or not? Cause when I get it, I got it, I take it to the top.